Hey guys, welcome back to episode 10 of the Daily Grace series, and today I've got something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be answering would you rather questions online, and I'll be discussing my opinions on which one I would rather and why so. Sassy walk style, let's have a look at this one. That's funny. And there was something that I unlocked last episode, but I didn't end up using it. Hell yeah. So the very first one is, would you rather be very hairy or be completely bald? So pretty much those are polar opposites. So you get either like a crap ton of hair or not much at all. And I'm not sure what I would rather, to be honest. Because I don't particularly want to be hairy, but like... The thing is that makes me decide this is that it is a lot easier to cut your hair or shave off your hair than it is to grow your hair back if you are bald. So I'm going to pick the one where you're being very hairy because you can simply cut your hair to your own side length and you will have to worry about shaving and cutting your hair a lot, but at least you don't got to deal with the fact that you are bald. The next one is be 4'3" or be 7'7". And look, I feel like most people instantly are like, well, I'd rather be 7 foot, but you gotta think about how you're gonna have to like fit through doorways and you're gonna have to try and like fit in all these public spaces and it's gonna be so annoying. Like, you aren't gonna fit through most doorways, you're gonna have to crouch or else you'll bump your head all the time, and like, knowing me, I will end up bumping my head all the time. That being said, I can't think of many reasons why I would prefer to be 4 foot and just be mocked because of that. So I'm definitely doing that one. The next one is, would you rather be blind or be deaf? And that is an interesting one. Being blind, I can't see anything. Being deaf, I can't hear anything. So I guess it's more so, do I prefer, like, being able to tell what is going on, or do I prefer being able to hear what other people are saying to me? And I think probably communication with other people is more important to me than being able to see the outside world. Like, I'd much rather be able to talk to people still. That being said, you can just learn sign language and use sign language to talk to people instead. So if I can just do sign language, then maybe I would prefer to do the deaf one. And like, I can still talk to other people, I still know how to talk to people, but it's just a matter of I won't be able to hear what other people are saying to me. It is very interesting. I think I'd rather the deaf part. Would you rather be tall and fat or be short and well built? I think I'd rather the short and well built because yes, you're short, but like you're still like healthy and fit, which is definitely better than being fat, even though you will have tall, and like a lot of people like see being tall as like a very necessary trait, but I don't see like any massive reason for being tall. I'm not one to always care about people being tall so much. I don't know why I almost looked at that. Yeah, I think I'd rather the short one. Like, and yes, like if you cared about being tall so much, then I guess you could just work out a bunch and get rid of that fat on you. But like, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just being healthy from the get-go. Would you rather eat healthy or exercise regularly? So I suppose that this question means that you have to do one and not the other. So if you choose the eat regularly one, you can't, or exercise regularly one, you can't choose to have a good diet. Which I suppose means that, like, what, you eat healthy, but then, like, you don't work out much and like your body's kind of unhealthy. But like, this question's kind of confusing. I'm just gonna say that exercise regularly, run. Although, if I exercise regularly, I won't have the like nutrients and like actual diet to support working out regularly. So I think eating healthily is more important here. Even though it might have some effects on your body's healthiness, like in terms of exercise. I think that's a better option. Would you rather be super strong or be super fast? I can actually already run pretty fast, and it's interesting to me because I'm not sure which one I would prefer. Like, I enjoy being fast, but I'm thinking, would I like to trade that in for being strong or not? And I'm not sure because I don't know when I'm gonna use strength in my life apart from just doing arm wrestles or something. You know, I feel like having extra speed will come in handy a lot more than just being a bit stronger. You know, I say a bit stronger. I'll be super strong. Like this is super strength that we're talking about, but it's also super speed that we're talking about. And if I'm not going to be using the super strength much, although I guess I could like use that as an occupation or something, like being a like bodybuilder almost, except without all the bodybuilding parts and just being strong. I don't know. I think I'd pick the being faster version, though, to be honest. Would I rather lose half of my hair or lose half of my hearing? Well, I always need to repeat myself a couple times, or I need to get other people to repeat themselves a couple of times because I'm so hard of hearing already. So I feel like if I end up doing the one where I need half my I lose half my hearing, like I'm gonna struggle to hear anything at that point. So I'm probably gonna pick lose half my hair. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna miss having a lot of my hair, yes, but like that's oh well. That was gonna happen inevitably with male pattern baldness. So like, what can you do about it, dude? Like, I'm getting too many monsters right now to keep track of. This is getting tough. Would I rather always be cold or always be tired? So this would be always, no matter what I did. Like, okay, 5. This is no matter what I do. Like, even if I have coffee or like have some Red Bull or something, I'll always be tired. Even if I'm wearing like 20 layers of clothing, I'll always be cold. Depends on how cold I am, I guess, because if it's like hypothermia levels of cold, then I'd definitely pick the tiredness. But like, being super tired, like, I also won't be able to get much stuff done because of how exhausted I'll be all the time. So I feel like the being cold one is better, even though I'll always be shivering and stuff all the time. I usually do feel cold a lot of the time anyway, so I'm not sure how much things would change, like, from that. It's getting scary, all this stuff. Yeah, so I'd pick the being cold one, because being tired just sounds like you'd be exhausted all the time and not feel like ever doing anything. Okay. Spyware looks bad, but usually when Cuckoo appears, I just unequip my items anyway, so that should be fine. Would I rather be able to fly at 10 miles per hour or be able to run at 50 miles per hour? Now, miles per hour, I have no idea what that actually means. I assume that the conversion rate from like miles to kilometers is something like, I think like each mile